What is cooking? Good looking. What's going on, everybody? Let's see if anyone is still awake at the ripe old time of, what time is it now? 11:30. I wonder if anyone's still cooking. Anyone is still up in the jungle. Let me just fix my bed, actually. Blimey, crikey, mate. Ooh. Forgot that thing wasn't fixed there. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Anybody still up? Still doing the night shift? Anyone here to have a little chin wagzinho over what was a real flat, damp squib of an ending to the transfer window? What's going on? Maximilian, Harry, still up late at night. How are you boys? How are you boys feeling after the end of what was a tumultuous transfer window for Leeds United? Started off very, very dry. Kind of went real haywire in the middle. Started losing all of our players. Then at the end, started looking up a little bit. We started getting excited about signing some big players. And then it kind of flattened right back at the end again. So, all in all, a pretty hectic transfer window. Filled with ups and downs and twists and turns and lefts and rights and all over the gaffs. But, you know, we ended on what was an interesting kind of place to end for Leeds. Yeah, we're very good, mate. We are very, very good. How are our thoughts? Let's give a ranking of 1 to 10, gents. Let's give a ranking of 1 to 10 for the transfer window. Numero uno or numero 10? That's my question, mate. Numero uno, numero 10. Let's have a little look at also the... Oh, that whole Ayo Tanaka thing is stuck in my head, mate. JT in the house, ranking 9. Not bad. Really, Mark? Really? You're feeling that happy about things? Ranking a 9. A 9 is very, very high. Very, very optimistic rank to give it. Damn, that's very, very interesting. A 9, you know? Ooh, okay. Alright. I'll see a 9. I think a 9 is very, very high. Jason Lalas, how are you, my man? Lelas, sorry. We're going to suffer for not getting a 10. Watch us miss out again. Ooh, that rhymed. You're a poet and you didn't even know it, mate. Call you Vujanic with that kind of poetry. Listen, I'm not sure I'd necessarily say we're going to miss out just yet. I like to be an optimist about the season ahead. I like to feel a little bit higher about that. But, listen, if we do miss out, then we have absolutely no excuse. We have nothing else really to point the finger at other than ourselves. Because what we would have done is completely frauded everything up big time. And really just failed to get the final piece of the puzzle. As you said, it's like building a house. You've got the foundations, you've got the walls, you've got the 25 rooms, whatever it may be, and then you just fail to put the tiles on the roof. Like, I don't understand that thought process personally. I don't understand it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But I guess we were trying to get rid of what was huge series of financial debt. But I thought we would have still done that anyway, considering we made 140 million and barely spent 30. I thought we should have at least had an extra 15 million pounds to spend. I don't think that would have harmed our club's budgetary too much, especially considering the shirt sales we're going to get through someone like Tanaka, which is going to cover his transfer fee alone, I reckon, with the third shirt sales we're going to get in Japan, etc., etc. JT, my man, what do you think of Schmidt's attributes? Listen, he's got size, reach, attributes. He's got good attributes, yeah. But, as you said, I think he's good, but he's not going to get... He's not a starting fullback for Leeds. He's not a starting fullback for Leeds. He's not a starting fullback for Leeds, in my opinion. Ayo. 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 Why is that thing stuck in my head so much? That's actually grinding my gears now. That's grinding my chops that's stuck in my head so much. Playoffs without the layoffs. Playoffs without the layoffs. The thing is, as you said, I do think we should have enough. I do think we should have enough to go up still. If you look at the squad, I am going to pull the squad up in a second. If you do look at the squad, this squad is more than good enough to go up. Like, it genuinely is more than good enough to go up. But it's just a matter of whether we actually do it and don't choke this time. Let's have a little look at what players we are actually finishing off with. AA9 skill! Sterling is a gooner. Is it all official on that point? Is it all official? Is that actually all official? Because I don't mind that. I actually genuinely really want Arsenal to win the league now. I really do. Arsenal are going to win the double. Oh, here you go, mate. Fabrizio Romano. No option to buy. No option to buy. That is interesting, mate. Get the hot sauce down, you lad. No. I said if we sign Gustavo Hamer, and we did not sign Gustavo Hamer. Mate, it is official, AA. I've got some big breaking news for you, AA9 skills, right here, right now. Just for you. At least someone can be happy. I can't be happy as a Leeds fan, but you can. Because look at this. As of 11:37, it is now 11:38, 11:39. Raheem Sterling, new Arsenal player. All documents are signed. Loan deal, no option to buy. So you can be happy at least, mate. You at least got a deal done. So that's something for you. Leeds United, on the other hand, absolutely fraudzillaing it up big time, leaving it till the last minute, and then they pull this absolute snake out of the bag. Let's see, where is Leeds United? Let's see what they do. Yeah, they not this. They leave it until the last second, and then they pull this out like some fucking Harry Houdini surprise. I mean, listen, it's cool, it's good, I like the signing, but you've left it till the last second to bring in someone that we've already known for the past day is coming in, and he's a backup fullback. Like, it feels like they just kind of delayed this as much as they could to try and, appeasation, should we say, to appease us a little bit. We signed a goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, and attacker as the perfect window. Well, yes, very different kinds of stipulations, I guess, because you guys already had a squad that was vying for the Premier League that just missed out, and you just needed a few sprinkles on top. Leeds United had a fucking ravaged squad and needed a whole lot more than a few sprinkles on top. That's for damn sure. How are you guys feeling? Tanaka got a real shot on him. Can strike a ball. He can strike it right in your Tanakas, mate. Are you doing a live watch along tomorrow, mate? Yes, I am, Harry. We are going to be there ready to rumble. I believe the game starts at 3, so we're going to try and get there nice and early. Now, I will put a little post to let you know if this isn't the case, but we are going to be shooting for 1:30 start, around that kind of start time. So make sure you are locked in on the channel nice and early tomorrow. We are going to be going live for the game. We go live for every single Leeds United match. Even if you're not a Leeds fan, get yourself in there, and we'll love to chat a little bit of football. As AA9 skills here, one of my favourite Arsenal fans in the business. Schmidt is a good enough player to play 8 out of 10. Trust me, serious toys, this boy. People are sleeping on him, probaballer. I don't think people are sleeping on him, Fibulous Black. I don't quite think that's what the situation is. It's not that people are sleeping on him, but it's more that we were just expecting that upper echelon kind of player. You know what I mean? We were expecting that. No Hamer, GR, unfortunately. All Leeds aren't we? We're going to cook. Who's the guy on the picture? Jay Edmondson. That is Leeds United's newest signing, Issac Schmidt. That is who that is. The guy on the picture is Issac Schmidt. He is Leeds United's latest signing. His full-back cover. He can play either left-back or right-back. 2.5 million to around 4.6, including add-ons, etc. So, listen, that is who that man is on the picture, if you are running on the thumbnail. I'm fuming we didn't get Hamer or Sallai. Quite disappointed. Fair point. Yeah, listen, mate, that's all it is. No one's hating on him. But they have put him in a bad spot. They've put Schmidt in a bad spot by doing what they've done, which in my opinion is leaving the deal, which could have probably been announced, you would presume, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at the latest, you know, short, maybe even earlier than that. But it could have been announced at least a few hours before it was. And they delayed it and delayed it and delayed it just so that things wouldn't look so bad on you know, so that people wouldn't be sat there waiting patiently for a new signing. You know what I mean? That's why they did it. To go to games, I go when I can. But recently, I have not been going to many games because we stream every single game on this account right here, right now. So I haven't really had the opportunity to, because I am from London anyway. So, you know, a bit of a plastic Leeds fan, am I right? But no, we do stream every single game here. So that's what I do. Who are you predicting for Leeds United? Top goal scorer, Brendan A.A. Ron Son is who it's going to be. When does the window shut? The window shut officially half an hour ago. The window is shut. It is slammed shut. The deadline date is finished. It's a shame Tony will never play for a Big Six club, most likely. It is. Yeah, it really is. I don't know why no one else has gone in for him. I really thought that a lot more clubs would be going in for Ivan Toney personally. Really, really disappointed that not many clubs went in for him, to be honest with you. I think he's generational, and the Saudi move, sad. It's sad for me. I really thought Chelsea missed a trick not pulling the trigger on him. I really thought. I even think you lot missed the trick not pulling the trigger on him. I think he's an absolute baller, and yeah, as you said, I'm actually gutted that I'm not going to see him play for a top 6 team. Who would you like to see Dan James injured? Who would you like to see replace Dan James while injured? Ramazani or Solomon? I'd play them different positions. I'd put Ramazani on the left. I'd probably push Nonto back on the right. My starting 11, what I would do is, you know, I'd take DJ out now. Arguably, I'd put Ramazani on the left. I would put Aronson in the middle, and I would put on the right-hand side of the pitch, I would put in, what do you call him on the right-hand side? I'd put Nonto on the right. People talking about Nonto in the 10, and actually there was a picture going around of the club saying that Nonto is an attacking midfielder, not a winger. So that was an interesting take from the club, to be honest with you. Come on, Solomon! Come on, Solomon, indeed, mate. Yes, indeed, he feed the needy. Do not be greedy, blood. But yeah, no, I do think for me, I would put Ramazani on the left, but I don't think he's going to start him. The way he was sounding doesn't sound like he's going to start Ramazani, does it? Love the way Willie and Brendan covered the 10 between them. Love the dynamism. We will be fine. I mean, I guess that's what it is. If you look at it from a generalized, holistic standpoint, this is the way it's gone. We lost Jaden Anthony. We brought in Solomon. We lost Somerville. We brought in Ramazani. We lost Rutter. Technically, we brought in Brendan Aronson. So that's the way the club are going to look at it. Aronson is our 10 replacement for Rutter. For, for Somerville, our replacement was Ramazani. For Jaden Anthony, our replacement was Solomon, which you could argue is an upgrade. But would you actually, I want to ask you guys this. Somerville and Anthony out the door, replaced by Solomon and Ramazani. Which is a better duo? Because arguably Somerville is the best of the four at this current moment in time. I believe Ramazani with the talent could arguably be up there as well. But as a two, as a double act, it is an improvement arguably. That is a way to look at it. Archie Gray gone. Jaden Bogle in. Isaac Schmidt as backup for Connor Roberts. Well, that's it. Archie Gray gone. Jaden Bogle in. Connor Roberts gone. Isaac Schmidt in. Glenn Kamara gone. Ayo Tanaka in. So technically, they have replaced. Now, the question is, are they of the same caliber of the players that we lost? There's an argument to say that we've overall increased the depth of the squad, but maybe lost a few of the individual quality players that we had, and arguably maybe still have not really bolstered up certain positions which we were kind of weak in last year. Because even if the squad, even if we replaced what we had last year was technically not enough. Rogan shush. Where are we placing in the table? Isaac. Well. With your name like guy, Isaac Schmidt in the team, we are getting promoted in first place. Bit underwhelming, Paul Reynolds. What's your ranking? Put some W's in the chat if you thought this was a W transfer window for Leeds United, or some L's if you're left a little bit disappointed. Who was that? Who's my guy? I saw my guy in here. Not another Leeds podcast. Didn't know there was also a down show. There was also the yellow. I don't know what that means. The something show. There was also the something show too. Oh, the gun show. That emoji was really weird. I don't know why they've put that funny emoji on. That's very, very weird. If you're on the TikTok stream, slam the like if you can. It does. It basically gives you extra charisma. It gives you extra aura. All right. The more you spam that TikTok like thing, it gives you extra aura. That's what I'm saying, mate. Gav, LUFC. We need to stop with Perot. If we play him, just stick him in the 9 as a sub. I've got bad news for you, sunshine. Perot will be playing in the 10 this season, and probably sooner rather than later. If you guys think you've seen the last of Perot in the 10, I have got news for you. Robert Midgley, thank you for the heart, my man. Fabulous Black, it'll be a more consistent and dynamic with the new lads. The sum of the parts is greater than the one. Isaac Schmidt can play anywhere in attack. He can play cam to DM to right back, yeah, but he's not going to play any of those other positions. We are already stocked and loaded in those positions. We are going to be we're going to be placing him in fullback. Let's be real. V Coffee, opinion on Blackburn's transfer business. The question is, what transfer business? Gustavo Hamer. Yeah. Lap it up, lads. Lap up the Hamer. Yep, lap it up, mate. Lap it up. Oh, bloody hell, mate. Thank you for the follow, Anthony Ashworth, my man. Thank you for joining the family, the most forward-thinking pioneers that ever graced a beautiful game. Danny Talks Sport, nice talking to you today, Roman. Nice talking to you as well, my brother. Nice talking to anyone that's in here that came down as well. Absolute living legends. I'm sorry, by the end of that stream, I was literally dead. Like, I was literally about to pass out. My body was shaking. I was flipping. I was done for, mate. I was absolutely in the bin. Not a good window for me. We have signed one player that actually starts. Tanaka won't get in over Gruev. I think the window 5 out and 10 at best. Ooh, 5 out of 10 at best, Robert Crump. Listen, I can't hate it. I'd probably put it at 7 myself. Just because we missed that big icing on the cake. And it just... Maybe at the... no, even at the start. If you told me we were going to lose the 3 players that we lost... I think because it was so low... At one point, because at the point we'd lost all the players, it was such a low point for Leeds that we managed to get to the point that we did, that I kind of salvaged it a little bit. Arsenal, I think, had a very good transfer window, though. Lots of unknown players. What do you think? Exactly, mate. It's unknown. It's a bit of a gamble, isn't it, Gio? It's a bit of a gamble. Opinions on Rotherham United's window. Yeah, that's a yikes for me, Chief. That's a yikes for me. That's a F in the chat, mate. Rabazani, thank you for the follow. Robert Midgley, thank you for the 4 roses, my man. Guns and roses. Robert Crump, Solomon, great player, but he'll get injured after 2 games. Hopefully not, mate. If we can keep him fit for a whole season, we are cooking. If you get promoted, who do you want to sign? Anyone big? Well, you would open up a whole world of possibilities, and I'd have to go for my man, RDP. Yeah, Rodrigo de Paul is who I would go for, mate. Opinions on Ramsdale to Southampton, Robert Midgley. There we skibidi, if you will. I think it's good business. I think that's a good business as well. Let me see. Let me go on Twitter. I wonder if there's a roundup of all today's moves. I want to see if there's a little image of all of today's move. Looks like Gus Hamer ain't going to Leeds. No, he's not, mate. Not a terrible end, just very anticlimactic. Oh, big time. Yeah, big time. Are you looking forward to bashing Berlin tomorrow? Oh, yeah, baby. Big time. With everybody saying bash in Berlin. Yeah. Oh, big time, mate. It's going to be huge. It's going to get my optimism right back up after the end of this transfer window. Big time. Big time. Schmidt will be the breakout player, but they can all shine. I'm chuffed with the window. Yep. Yeah. Solomon, great player, but will get injured. Non-football related, but you interested in Oasis? I don't mind Oasis. Listen, I lived in Manchester for a couple of years, and, you know, I heard a lot of Oasis while I was living in Manchester. And they're not too bad, mate. Everyone up there loved them, and they've got a few haters, mate. They have got a few haters, that's for sure, mate. They have got a few haters. Right decision made. Thanks, Logan. Been lying in bed for ages thinking about if I want to go downstairs to make a Ribena or not. And now you've confirmed it. How have I confirmed it, mate? Oh, prefer Ribena. Oh, he's confirmed it. Tanaka's been playing in a crap league. I do rate him, but can't see him getting another Gruev. Got to ask yourself why no one else was in for him at that price. Listen, it's interesting. That's what I'm saying. The step up in leagues for him is going to be a big thing. Is he going to be able to make the step up? I don't know. That is yet to be seen. It's yet to be seen as to whether he is going to be able to make that setup. You'd like to think that he is going to be able to, and that he's going to take to Leeds like a duck to water, but we just don't know at this current moment in time. What do you see us in 10 years? I see us winning the Premier League, mate. That's where I see us in 10 years. I see us winning the Champions League. Not major today, man, Anthony Ashworth. No, nothing too major. Nothing too major, lad. Big up, JT. Anyway, the best streamer on here. Thank you very much, Robert Crump. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow, my man, as well. We will be streaming for the big one, Leeds United, 3 p.m. kickoff. We're going to try and be here for around 1:30 p.m. So make sure you get yourself in here. If you are going to be watching the game, maybe you want it on the background, maybe you want to watch it on the side while you watch the game. That's why we put the timer there as well, so you can sync everything up. Maybe you just want to whack it around as background noise. Who knows? Maybe you can't watch the game and you want someone to tell you what's going on. Then, you know, we all have a great time here. We crack a couple of bevs. We watch the game. We chat shit for a little bit. We have a good time. So hopefully I'll see a few of you lads down there tomorrow. Luke Savident. Pepsi Max Cherry is pucker. An amazing drink. Do we not think Tanaka will both play in the double pivot with Andy and Rodon centre-back? With Andy and Rodon centre-back? What do you mean, Andy and Rodon centre-back? No Hamer or Sallai, Henry, unfortunately. No Hamer or Sallai, unfortunately. Big time, no Hamer or Sallai. All leads out. Way! Harper, is the transfer window fully closed? It has fully closed, but they extend it for an extra hour for clubs who have not quite finished off their business. So if a club has made talks to sign someone and they've kind of got half of the paperwork done and they need a little bit of extra time to finish off the paperwork, then they extend it a little bit extra for those guys to finish off the paperwork. But in terms of the actual transfer window, it is shut. It is kaboom. Absolutely skabedied. Anthony signed for Burnley. Jaden Anthony did sign for Burnley. Big move for them. What are your thoughts on that one? Ampadu. Wait, so Ampadu cover. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to push him out just yet. But no, Tanaka will be playing holding midfield role. If he plays, yeah. He'll either be in the Gruev role or maybe, but no, I don't see Ampadu getting replaced. It's interesting. Where's Joe Rothwell going to fit in all of this? Where is Joe Rothwell going to fit in all of this? Needs to go in for Dele Alli. Well, it's too late for that. I'm afraid, mate. Too late for that one. I'd say give Cooper a contract for a year. Gives us an extra body. It does, and we are weak in that position. We are pretty weak in that position. That needs to be said. Needs to be studied, mate. Much like Leeds' transfer fall-off for over the past few weeks, mate. Needs to be studied. Where's I wonder if they can do this. Here's where the season really begins. Let's see what happens. Whoo! Yes, they can. Has AI gone too far? That is what I'm flipping talking about, my man. That is what I am talking about. Wow. Imagine that. Look at the research time it saves you in literally 2 seconds, mate. AI has gone crazy. I just said AI. I literally just went into an AI thing and typed in, can you generate me a list of every deadline day transfer today? And boom. Done like that. I don't even have to use any other flipping search engine. This is why he's the GOAT, man. This is why AI is the GOAT. Where's Hamer at? Hey, hold 2-0. Woohoo! Hee-hoo! Hee-hoo! No chance, sunshine. Hull are going to get fucking cooked by Ramazani, mate. What do you think the lineup will be? I think he's going to start Solomon. The way Fark was talking, it sounds like he might start Solomon. I would start Ramazani, though. I would start Ramazani. You know what I mean, fella? Tanaka is box to box. Tanaka likes to box. Here's where the season really begins. Let's see what happens indeed, Darth Brooks. Rothwell will be a bench player. Ooh, what the fuck's going on there? Rothwell will be a bench player this season. Yep, big time, big time. It'll be Rothwell to cover AO and Grev to cover Ethan. Depends. I don't think Grev gets pushed out that easily, though. I don't think Grev gets pushed out that easily. Sorry, JT. I'm going to take a nap. I'll be back tomorrow, brother. Have a good night. Hey, no need to apologise, Harry. Hopefully see you tomorrow when we stream Leeds United mauling the Tigers. Very, very good to see you here, though, my man. Great show with Joe today. JT, my favourite duo for the banter. That's what I'm talking about, my man. Good to have you down there. Good to have you down there, my brother. Tanaka is a smart price rutter. But I wouldn't really compare him to Rutter. I'd say Aronson is more of our Rutter replacement, to be honest with you. I really want Hamer, man. So do I. I want a 10 as well. But you can't have what you want, can you, lad? It's unfortunate, but you can't have what you want. Let me see if I can do this, Arkid. Let me see if I can do this, Arkid. Here we go. Here we go. There we cook, lad. There we cook. Yeah, that's fucking better, lad. That's fucking better. Let's do this. Why is this not... There we go. Let's have a little look at this, lad. You know what? It was a fucking disaster for Leeds by the end. Oh, not a disaster. Just a very much of a damn squib. So let's have a little look at some of the other moves that were made. You know, let's see. Mate, look how quick this is, mate. 2 seconds. Generate me list of every deadline day football transfer. Boom! Here it is, mate. AI has gone too far. Let's see. Sam Johnson from Crystal Palace to Wolverhampton Wanderers for £11.9 million. Aaron Ramsdale from Arsenal to Southampton, 21.4 million. Crazy price there, crazy price. They clearly got high on their win over Leeds United. Petrovic to Strasbourg. McTominay to Napoli for 30 million euros. That is crazy. That is crazy, man. Neto to Bournemouth. Neto from Bournemouth to Arsenal. Onyeka from Brentford to Augsburg. Ugarte from PSG to Man U for 50 million euros. Oh, the game's gone. Game's gone. Billy Gilmore to Napoli for 14. Andrade to Wolves for 22 million euros. Chiquinho to Mallorca on loan. Couple of geezers. Modesto to Udinese for 1.5. Palacios to Inter. Keita to Parma. Few decent names in there. Few decent names. Glad to see other names getting, other clubs getting big business done. A couple of big names missing here, though, I must say. A couple of big names missing. Ao Tanaka and Thingy didn't quite make the list. Sad to see. Who have we signed to round it all up? Issac Schmidt is our roundup signing, mate. That is it. I'll show you the man. The man, the myth, the legend. Let's look at him one more time, shall we? Let's look at him one more time. Ayo. 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 Ooh. Alright, let's see. Where is he? Where is he? Go on, mate. Let's see him. Oh, what a beautiful man. What a beautiful man. Let's have a little look at him. Oh, yeah. What a geezer, mate. What a geezer. With the lamb roll tweezer. Look at this. Message from Isaac. I'm not going to play. Oh, I am playing the message. I'm sorry. I'm going to get VAC banned. Oh, no. Don't strike me down. Don't do it, Leeds. Don't do it. I didn't mean to play the audio. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to play the audio. Please. Please, please, my hands are up. It was an accident. It was an accident. Please, I'm not trying to steal content. Please, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Accidents happen. Please, CIA, do not arrest me. Do not fire me. Please, I'm not trying. Please, come on. Don't kill me. Please don't flipping kill me off the face of the world. I was just trying to show this image, mate, of this beautiful man. I take back any negative thing I've ever said about Joel Perreault playing in the 10. I think he's an amazing number 10. I think he is the best creative midfielder that the world has ever seen. Please don't deport me. Please don't send me to the Shadow Realm. Please don't do it. All right, 100%. Joel Perreault, a better number 10 than Lionel Messi. Better number 10 than Lionel Messi. Couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear it? Okay, good. Whew. Woo! JT, do you have a Red Bull on tap in your house, mate? No, I don't drink Red Bull, lad. I drink yerba mate, mate. I don't drink Red Bull. This is my main. This is my source of energy now. This beautiful yerba mate. This is it. Absolutely phenomenal. If you're looking for a healthier source of caffeine out there, maybe you want to give up on coffee. Maybe you want to give up on Red Bulls. Not that Leeds United would be very happy about me saying that. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolute game changer, mate. You're getting deported to Mexico. People say I look Mexican, but I am not a Mexicano. So I will not be getting deported to Mexico. Oh, Leeds United. How are you, my man? Good to see you back. Can only see half. Yeah, no, sorry, lad. I need to. I can change it, but I need to get my other camera out. So, sorry about that, lad. I know I'm kind of fucking it. Very good. Yeah, I'm very good, mate. I'm very, very good, mate. Drunk off of views. You're drunk off views, mate? How you drunk off views? That don't make no sense, lad. I've been watching his games from last season. Absolute Swiss Army knife. Who's a Swiss Army knife? Fabulous Black. Who's a Swiss Army knife? See, I've left sentiment with Leeds players. All business to me now. It's been instilled over me. Oh, yeah, of course, Luke. Mate, it's not just Leeds. It's any club. That's football. The old morals and ethics of football, they are long gone, my man. Long gone. It is all business. It is all business now. All business. Listen, and it's like when I was speaking to Rich the other day. Shout out, Rich. Or other people. Like, it's nice. I get what you're saying. I get the emotion behind it. I get the passion. You want players that want to play for the club, that will bleed for the club, that will be like me and you, that would die to have flipping 5 minutes on that pitch. That would do anything to have 5 minutes on that pitch at Ellen Road. Put that shirt on. That it will be their life. But that ain't the game no more. That ain't the game. The game is money. It's shirt sales. It's social media posts. It's how many people you can put bums on seats. It's increasing your audience overseas, because that's where the money is. The money ain't from people like me and you. The money is from putting on a game in America, in Las Vegas, in Sydney, in Melbourne, in flipping Abu Dhabi. This is where these big games are going to be held in 5 or 10 years, my man. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. The Super League and all of that kind of stuff is not done. Look at the Copa del Rey finals and stuff like that. Played out of Spain. Played in different cities. There's going to be, I think there was, I'm not 100% sure, but the Premier League games or something like that played in America and stuff like that. It's not going to be long before these games are played out of seas. Look at what they're doing with the Champions League format. Football is changing. It is becoming more and more like a business. So that's the name of the game, mate. There's no emotion in it. You only had one player in the past 10 years or so, well, since Calvin, really, arguably more so than Calvin because of his family ties. You had one player who you could have arguably built around for the rest of his career and wouldn't have had much of a reason to leave Leeds unless if Real Madrid or Barca came knocking, as long as we stayed competitive at the top. You had one player. Those kind of players come around once every 20 years if you're lucky, once every 30. And we had him, and we got rid of him early doors to cover for PSR. When, in hindsight, we could have got rid of other players to cover for PSR. Or just not bold promotion. And you threw away the one chance you had to have one player that it wouldn't be a business with. And that was Archie Gray. Once you lose him, everything else is just business. It's transactional. These people that grow up from different countries and abroad, yeah, Leeds is a big club. They want to play for it. They love the fans. They're passionate. Yeah. They didn't care, really. They didn't grow up being Leeds fans. It's football, mate. It's business. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. With the new signings, who would you sit on the bench? Dan James on the bench. And Solomon on the bench. Currently. DJ Solomon on the bench. Leeds have done on the cheap, Andy, but we needed to make money back. But I still think we could have spent an extra 10 to 15 million and still made a lot of profit this window. But that's just me. I don't mind us doing things on the cheap, but you know, the way we did it was on the cheap, and we could have also paid the extra 15 million. And that leads me to believe, was I wrong that the club weren't expecting to sell Rutter? And if they weren't expecting to sell Rutter, were they expecting to sell Nonto instead? Because if they weren't expecting to lose Rutter, and they weren't expecting to lose Nonto, then why did we not reinvest that 40 million? Because then that would go against the club trying to do things on the cheap, or trying to make up for lost money. If the club were trying to make up for lost money, then we would have had the intention of selling Rutter and Nonto, and all Nonto, as well as Somerville, and as well as Gray. But if the club were supposedly not planning so much to lose Somerville or Rutter, and that it was taken out of their hands, then why do we not reinvest that money? Whichever way it is fine. If you really were in debt and you needed to sell the money, or you needed to sell players to get that money back, then don't try and hide around like you weren't trying to sell Rutter, Somerville, and or Nonto. But if you were really not planning for that, then some of that money should have been reinvested. That's just my opinion, mate. Greta Steinson was a Leeds fan before he started to work for the club. Also Coops, at least that's what he says. Yeah, but there's a difference between being a Leeds fan like that and Leeds through and through, Leeds in your veins, like Archie Gray. Because, and even if you are, as you said, even if you are an Archie Gray, you know, I still don't think he wanted to leave. I don't think he would have pushed for a leave. I think he would have happily had an extra year to develop. I think he backed himself enough to the point where even if Leeds didn't get promoted, he would have been able to get another move on the back of it. And he would have happily taken that extra year to develop and stay at the club that means so much to his family. Grey is in the name of Leeds United, mate. Grey is in the name of Leeds United. Or the name Grey is engraved in Leeds United. Sheffield will up the price on Gus Hamer in January. Oh yeah, big time. But we won't be able to get him in January. If Sheffield United are anywhere near the top 6, they're not going to sell anyone in January. Simple as that. Garbonator, I'm a Leeds fan. How you doing? Very good, Garbonator, mate. How are you? How are you, brother? DJ injured. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean in general. My general thing would be DJ on the bench and Solomon on the bench. Bring back Helder Costa. Flipping heck, Wilco, mate. I don't think we understand how complex the situation regarding PSR and cash flow were. I mean, look at every championship club, mate. Every championship club got absolutely rinsed in terms of the players that they brought in and the players that they lost. So I think we are starting to see the effect of PSR on the championship. And clubs aren't necessarily able to sponge around things the way they were before. Random videos, thank you for the Fige jump and the rose, my man. Thank you so much for that, my brother. But yeah, I think we're starting to see that championship clubs aren't quite able to survive and spend the money that they were back before PSR. Let's see. Ayo. Ayo. Alright, here we go. Let's have a little Lucy. Let's have a little Lucy. Bring back Che Roy Crop. Fuck me. I know we got promoted, lad. It's easy. You know, it ain't easy. It ain't easy being so easy. Alright, let's have a little look. Let's see here. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, gents. This is the championship for you nowadays. This is it. Okay. Blackburn Rovers. They signed in 1.8 million euros, 1.25 million euros, 1.2 million euros. Free transfer, free transfer, free transfer, loan transfer, loan transfer, loan transfer. They sold Schmidt, 10 million euros, 1 million euros, 12 million euros. They sold 12 million euros worth of players. They brought in 4.45, 5.45, 6.45, 6.25 million euros worth of players. So they making a says it right here. Income 13 million, expenditure 4.25 million. Bristol City, expenditure 10.2 million, income 5.3 million. So they spent £5 million, to be fair to them. Record of 3.5 million players. Again, not a huge transfer window from them. Burnley. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Mega oof. They spent £48.6 million euros on Tresor on the left wing. Ezepsi centre-back, 12 million euros. Hannibal from Man United, who Leeds were linked with for 6 million euros. Joe Worrell for 5.9. Houdini and Perez. Now they sold 101 million euros worth. 30 million, 23 million, 43. How Adoba went for 30 million to Tottenham. I mean, it says it there, market value 10 million euro. They've been fucking fleeced there. They have been fleeced. Why are Leeds not fleecing clubs like that? How's he gone for a similar price? Then how's he gone from a similar price to Somerville? That I don't get. But anyway, yeah, 50 million euros worth of profit for them. And they just got relegated. So, arguably, that's a bit tougher for them, but still. Cardiff City, expenditure £8.95 million. Income £12 million. Coventry City, expenditure of £15 million. Income 0. So they've actually spent decently this summer. £15 million for Coventry is not too bad. Expenditure 3.6 for Derby County. Income 0. Expenditure £18 million for Hull City. Income €41 million. So again, another profitable window for them. Expenditure €30 million for Leeds United. Now this is where things get rough. Income 162. This is fucking ridiculous. Like, I know we were in bad debt. Arguably £100 million worth, they said. But we made a profit of 133 million. And we got 60 million from Red Bull. So surely we had an extra 15 million to spend on an attacking midfielder. That I don't get. I'm not asking Leeds to go crazy. I like the way we kind of went on the cheap with a lot of these players that we brought in. Fair enough. You know, good deals. But surely we could have spent. I know there's wage bills and all of that, but surely an extra £15 million and £5 million for the year on wages couldn't have hurt too much. But I'm not running the club's financials. Luton, £11 million spent, £20 million recouped, £9 million profit for them. Middlesbrough, £15 million spent, income 0. Decent window for them. Decent window of spending. Decent window indeed. Millwall, 2.4 million spent, and I can I say, by the way, Middlesbrough, especially the way they played against us and the way they're doing things, they could be cooking. I think Middlesbrough are going to have a very strong season this year. I think Middlesbrough might be outside horses for the top 2 places, but definitely playoffs for me. Definitely playoffs, Middlesbrough for me. Big time playoffs. Big time playoffs. Ayo. Millwall, 2.4 million out, thingy. Norwich, 23 million spent, 31 million in. 1.8 million out, 1 million spent. Plymouth, profit. Portsmouth, 1 million. Preston, 2 million. QPR, 1.7 million. Sheffield United, 30 million profit. Like, this is the way PSR is running the championship, mate. You're not looking at clubs spending a whole load this window. Most of them are making profits, or pretty much half of the clubs are making profits, mate. Half of the clubs are making profits. Has Red Bull sponsorship added any benefits to Leeds United as a whole? No, Andy, it hasn't really in terms of transfer spending. The argument is supposedly we could be using that money to invest in the stadium expansion. But if that is the case, there could be a name change in the cards. I wouldn't put it past it. I would not put it past it. The way the investment's gone, listen, you can call me crazy, you can call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever. But if that money has gone in, and we haven't really used it to invest elsewhere in the club, and it's being invested in the stadium, I would not be surprised to see a name change potentially in the offie. I really would not. Yeah, and Rodon, Sam. And Rodon. But yeah, we already had him. Not many people were... Well, yeah, the only one that was well-known, yeah. Like Ramazani, again, not someone that would really was popping up on anyone's radar. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Sam. You're not wrong. Solomon was pretty much the only one that people really massively knew too much about. That's because he slapped us a couple of times. Red Bulland Road. JT, are there many Leeds fans in London? Oh, barely any, Liam. Absolutely fucking nobody. There's one that goes to my gym that I know. There was an older one as well who I used to see ages ago, who was a big Liam Batty. Sorry. Big David Batty fan. Yeah, barely anyone, mate. There was a lot more when I was living in Manchester for a few years, but generally none down here. So it's been rough my entire childhood being a Leeds fan, that's for sure. We need more transparency from the 49ers. We're told there's all the money to spend, we never see it. Well, that's the thing, mate. Do you want transparency or do you want quietness? Because the way that Radrizzani was very open and transparent, and people didn't like it. And now that we've got owners that are quiet, people don't like it either. So it's an interesting dilemma that we're in. Put in perspective with Bristol City, the Lansdowns don't spend much. They don't put their hands in their pockets much. I don't think we understand how complex the PSR situation is. Exactly, mate. Exactly. It is a complex situation. It is. But this whole window has been very, very complex. I'm confident about this season. Has it been a perfect window? Not really. But we're in a better place than we were 4 weeks back, and that squad, on paper at least, should walk this league. Walk, interesting. If we'd assigned a 10, I would say walk, yes. It can definitely be very competitive and should definitely be getting top 2. If it doesn't, you have to ask question marks around Daniel Fark. If he can't get a tune out of that squad, on paper, as you said, comparing it to the other teams, we should be in and around the top 2 this season. And it should be a lot more comfortable than it was last year. It shouldn't be some last-ditch comeback to get ourselves into the top 2. It should be a Leicester situation where we're running away with it halfway through the season. Hopefully we keep up and we don't kind of slip up the way they did a little bit. But overall, yeah, I think this should be a good season from Leeds. And we're going to have to see how we start with a lot of these players tomorrow as we play Hull City from 3 p.m. We're going to be live on this channel from 1:30. So as I said, hopefully I'll see as many of you guys there as possible as we get ready to absolutely maul the Tigers, hopefully. Potentially I can see us top 2, but on the cards, the way our fans will turn will be toxic. We're easily top 2, and we ain't number 2. Yeah. What everybody's saying, LUFC. Yeah. But anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. Before we do end, as I said, how are you feeling about tomorrow? Get some ones in the chat if you are feeling confident about mauling the Tigers tomorrow. Hopefully, I see as many of you guys there as possible, as I said. But I am feeling like, hopefully, we will absolutely dismantle them. I'm going to go prediction-wise 4-0, mate. 4-0. Holding my breath. Let's hope Solomon doesn't go off on a stretcher. That's why I probably put him as a sub for the first few games, just to ease him in to regular game time. I wouldn't try and thrust him in as a starter straight away. I can see him breaking down in 6 weeks. Well, this is why we need to be careful with who we use, and which is why it's good we have Nonto, Solomon, and Ramazzani to kind of mix up the load a little bit. But the fact that the 2 of them are left wingers in the Ramazzani and Solomon, arguably, I mean, they can all play across the front 3, really, but we haven't chosen. We'll batter them 4-0. 130 JT, 130 Andy. That's what we're shooting for, lad. That's what we're shooting for, lad. 1.30. 1.30. But whenever you get in, is whenever you get in. But hopefully, we'll be there, square, ready to rumble. But I do need to get a nap before then because I'm absolutely crashing out. I'm dying, I'm burning, I'm running out of steam. But for now, as I said, I will hopefully see a lot of you guys there tomorrow. But for now, au revoir, my brothers and sisters. Hope you have a good night. Hope you've had a great week. And I'll see you very, very soon. Onwards and upwards. I can't wait to see Leeds United have an amazing season and spend it all with you guys. We're going to be here every single step of the way with you guys. A great family of people here. And I can't wait to spend this season with you all. For now, though, I will see you very, very soon.